The stone street still held daytime, heat beneath our wandering feet. A warm breeze from the harbor carried fishermen's song sweet. You took my hand so gently as the church bells rang somewhere under the Sicilian star. I fell in love right there. The Sicilian stars, the world stood still for us. The night was soft as velvet, holy and mysterious. Your whisper in the darkness made my young heart understand. Under the Sicilian stars, you held my trembling hand. The jasmine climbed the archway, perfume thick as poetry. Old women on their balconies were singing to the sea. We didn't need tomorrow, we had everything we'd need. Under the Sicilian stars, where hearts run wild and free. Under the Sicilian stars, the world stood still for us. The night was soft as velvet, holy and mysterious. Your whisper in the darkness made my young heart understand. Under the Sicilian stars, you held my trembling hand. I've known so many summers since that night when I was young, but nothing's ever matched the way that first love song was sung. The way the darkness held us, how the stars seemed close enough to gather in my pocket full of silver, full of love. Sometimes when I'm lonely, and the city feels too cold. I close my eyes and travel back to Sicily of old, where church bells rang and fishermen were singing from their boats, and love was just beginning in the warm night's gentle notes. Under the Sicilian stars, the world stood still for us. The night was soft as velvet, haunting and mysterious. Your whisper in the darkness, how it echoes through the years. Under the Sicilian stars, I still can hear it clear. The harbor lights are trembling like they used to do when we were young and careless beneath Italian blue. Your voice against the water, soft mandolin refrain. I've come back to Portofino in the moonlight once again. Moonlight in Portofino, silver on the bay. All those years in America, but my heart never went away. The lemon trees remember what we whispered by the pier. Moonlight in Portofino, and I still feel you here. The fishing boats are rocking in their evening sleep. The same old songs are floating from the cafes down the steep. I thought I'd find you waiting where the lamplight meets the sea, but only shadows linger where you used to wait for me. Moonlight in Portofino, silver on the bay. All those years in America, but my heart never went away. The lemon trees remember what we whispered by the pier. Moonlight in Portofino, and I still feel you here. We sang together softly while the waves kissed warm stone walls. Now I'm the one who's singing, but nobody recalls that summer when we promised we would never say goodbye. Just two kids in Portofino underneath an amber sky. close my eyes and almost feel your fingers in my hair. The years have been so many, but this harbor stays the same. Moonlight in Portofino, softly calling out your name. Moonlight in Portofino, silver on the bay. I crossed an ocean over, but my heart never went away. The lemon trees remember, and the gentle waves still know. Moonlight in Portofino, from so very long ago. They came on Tuesday mornings with Italian postmarks worn. Your handwriting like music, delicate and torn. I'd hold them by the window in my New York tenement, but I never found the courage for the words I should have sent. Letters from Roma, tied with faded string, cobblestone confessions, and everything. You wrote about the Tiber as the evening turned to gold. Letters from Roma that I never answered, growing old. You told me how the fountain sang beneath October rain, how you'd walk along the Spanish steps and whisper out my name. Each envelope a doorway to the world I left behind, but I was too American, too guilty, too unkind. Letters from Roma, tied with faded string, cobblestone confessions, and everything. You wrote about the Tiber as the evening turned to gold. Letters from Roma that I never answered, growing old. What was I afraid of, that I'd packed my heart away? That Roma was a memory I couldn't let you say. The years have turned your letters soft as whispers made of silk, and all my unsent answers taste as bitter now as milk. I keep them in a shoebox underneath my childhood bed. Sometimes late at night I read the tender things you said about the twilight markets and the bells of Santa Maria, and wonder if you're somewhere still remembering our fire. Letters from Roma, I can still see every line. Cobblestone confessions that were yours but should have been mine. You wrote about forever, but I never could be bold. Letters from Roma that I never answered, growing cold. stirring sound. My scarf was red and reckless as we tore through midnight town. The neon signs were glowing pink and gold and emerald green. The prettiest Milano I had ever seen. Vesper nights in Milano, racing through the warm summer air. My arms around you tightly, wind unraveling my hair. Past the cafes and the couples and the fountains, silver spray. Vesper nights in Milano, I still dream of getaway. We'd stop for sweet espresso at a corner bar so bright. You'd kiss me in the shadows where nobody caught the light. The city was our cinema, and we were wild and free. Just you and your Vespa, and Milano and me. Vespa nights in Milano, racing through the warm summer air. My arms around you tightly, wind unraveling my hair. Past the cafes and the couples and the fountains, silver spray. Vesper nights in Milano, I still dream of getaway. Those nights felt like forever, like the summer never end. Like every street corner promised we'd come back again. The world was ours for taking, young and dizzy, unafraid. On that little silver Vespa through the serenade. I left for New York Harbor on a gray September dawn. But every time I hear that motor sound, I'm drawn back to those electric evenings, back to how it felt to fly through Vespa nights in Milano under mid-Italian sky. Vespa nights in Milano, racing through the warm summer air. My arms around you tightly, and I didn't have a care. Past the cafes and the lovers and the fountains, silver spray. Vespa nights in Milano, take me back to yesterday. I was just a child when we sailed from Napoli Bay. My mother held me tightly as the shoreline pulled away. The smell of morning bread still lingered lingers somewhere in my mind. The girl who left Napoli, leaving everything behind. I'm the girl who left Napoli for America's bright shore, but pieces of my heart stayed on that harbor evermore. The sea wind on the balcony's my mother's lullaby. The girl who left Napoli, still asking herself why. I remember faded colors, yellow walls and laundry white, the neighbors singing softly in the warmth of summer night, my grandmother's gold earrings and the saints above her bed. The girl who left Napoli, with prayers mine on a set. I'm the girl who left Napoli for America's bright shore, but pieces of my heart stayed on that harbor evermore. The sea wind on the balcony's my mother's lullaby. The girl who left Napoli, still asking herself why. Now I sing in smoky nightclubs where nobody knows my name, but when I close my eyes I see Napoli just the same. The crowded morning markets and my father's weathered hands, a little girl who left behind her home, her land. Sometimes I taste the salt air when I'm walking city streets, and hear my mother humming old Neapolitan so sweet. I carry her inside me, though the years have made me new. The girl who left Napoli, still aching for what's true. I'm the girl who left Napoli, though I barely understood that you can cross an ocean, but you carry childhood. The sea wind and the memory, my mother's lullaby. The girl who left Napoli, forever asking why. Beneath the portico arches, where the afternoon turns blue, we met like characters hidden in some film nobody knew. Your cigarette was glowing red against the terracotta walls, in the shadows of Bologna, where the summer twilight falls. In the shadows of Bologna, where we couldn't be seen, you whispered things forbidden, dangerous and keen. The jazz was drifting softly from a bar we'd never name, in the shadows of Bologna, playing such a secret game. The covered walkways kept our secrets safe from prying eyes. We'd meet at 7:30 underneath the dark against my waist, my heart against the ancient stone. In the shadows of Bologna, beautifully alone. In the shadows of Bologna, where we couldn't be seen, you whispered things forbidden, dangerous and keen. The jazz was drifting softly from a bar we'd never name. In the shadows of Bologna, playing such a secret game. We knew it couldn't last. We knew somebody'd see that you belonged to someone, and I needed to be free. But logic doesn't matter when the night is warm and long. In the shadows of Bologna, where we knew we didn't belong. I left you there one evening without any farewell. Just walked beneath those arches like I'd broken from a spell. But sometimes when I'm dreaming, I still feel those terracotta walls. In the shadows of Bologna, where forbidden love still calls. In the shadows of Bologna, where we hid from what was real, you whispered things that haunt me, things I still can feel. The jazz was drifting softly through the cigarette smoke haze. In the shadows of Bologna, lost in those forbidden days. The rolling hills were golden in the long September light. We walked among the vineyards from the morning until night. You spoke of staying with me underneath those cypress trees, where Tuscany taught heartbreak on the warm Italian breeze. Where Tuscany taught heartbreak in the softest, cruelest way. Among the painted sunsets at the closing of the day, the beauty made it harder when you told me we were through. Where Tuscany taught heartbreak, and I learned to live without you. The shadows turned to emerald across the valley deep. The ancient villa windows Tuscany taught heartbreak, beautiful and cold. Where Tuscany taught heartbreak in the softest, cruelest way, among the painted sunsets at the closing of the day. The beauty made it harder when you told me we were through. Where Tuscany taught heartbreak, and I learned to live without you. They say that grief is easier in places less refined, but losing you in Tuscany nearly cost me my mind. How something so magnificent could hold so much pain, like sunlight after thunder, like the vineyard in the rain. I think of you each autumn, when the countryside turns mellow, those hills of gold and olive, soft and green and yellow. The love I lost in Tuscany still aches inside my chest, where beauty taught me sorrow, where my heart learned to rest, where Tuscany taught heartbreak in the gentlest, hardest way, among the rolling hillsides at the dying of the day. The elegance made parting something poetry and true, where Tuscany taught heartbreak, and I said goodbye to you. The dock was full of families with their luggage and their fear. My father held my hand so tight, my mother's eyes were tears. The ship horn blew so loudly, like it wanted us to stay. Goodbye, Italia, hello, America, sailing far away. Goodbye, Italia, hello, America, I carry both inside me wherever I may wander. The old world and the new world, the longing and the hope. Goodbye, Italia, hello, America, learning how to cope. The coastline grew so distant, just a line of blue and white. I watched until I couldn't see Italia in the light. My mother sang me softly old Neapolitan refrains. Goodbye, Italia, hello, America, guide me wherever I may wander. The old world and the new world, the longing and the hope. Goodbye, Italia. Hello, America. Learning how to cope. They promise streets of gold and opportunity so bright, but what they didn't tell us was we'd lose our past in flight, that we'd become two people split between the sea. Goodbye, Italia. Hello, America. Who will I be? Now when I sing these songs of mine, they wonder where I'm from. I tell them I'm American, but speak my nana's tongue. I left one home to find another, bittersweet and true. Goodbye, Italia. Hello, America. I belong to both of you. Goodbye, Italia. Hello, America. My voice carries the ocean, the leaving and arriving, the old world in my heartbeat, the new world in my song. Goodbye, Italia. Hello, America. I belong to both all along. Soft ship horn, gentle Jane, closing cadence. The sun was sinking slowly, turning everything to flame. We walked along the cliff top, and you whispered out my name. The sky was soft as fruit, as warm as your hand in mine. Apricot skies over Amalfi, suspended out of time. Apricot skies over Amalfi, glowing like desire. The waves below us gentle, the heavens set on fire. Your kiss was slow and tender as the sunset turned to gold. Apricot skies over Amalfi, beautiful and bold. The terraced gardens fragrant with the lemon and the rose. The way the light was falling, soft as across your clothes. We didn't need to hurry. We had nowhere else to be. Apricot skies over Amalfi, just the coastline, you and me. Apricot skies over Amalfi, glowing like desire. The waves below us gentle, the heavens set on fire. Your kiss was slow and tender as the sunset turned to gold. Apricot skies over Amalfi, beautiful and bold. I've seen 1,000 sunsets since that evening long ago, but nothing's ever matched the way that apricot light glow. Against your face, against the cliffs, against the ancient stone. Apricot skies over Amalfi, when we were not alone. We stood there hand in hand until the darkness took the sky. And even then we lingered, didn't want to say goodbye. The memory's still warm and ripe and sweet as summer wine. Apricot skies over Amalfi, yours and mine. Apricot skies over Amalfi, sensual and slow. The waves were barely whispers far below. Your kiss against the sunset, everything felt right. Apricot skies over Amalfi, melting into night. You were a sailor with the sunrise tangled in your hair. We met beside the fishing boats in early morning air. Your hands were rough from ropes and nets, your eyes were ocean blue. The love I lost in Liguria, I gave my heart to you. The love I lost in Liguria, when the mist was on the bay. You promised you'd come back for me, sailed at break of day. The fishing boats were leaving and you had to be aboard. The love I lost in Liguria, washing toward the shore. We only had one evening, but it felt like something more. You kissed me by the harbor lights upon the wooden floor. You told me I was beautiful. You made me feel alive. The love I lost in Liguria, I thought you would survive. The love I lost in Liguria, when the mist was on the bay. You promised you'd come back for me, but sailed at break of day. The fishing boats were leaving, and you had to be aboard. The love I lost in Liguria, washing toward the shore. I waited every morning, watching vessels come and go, searching for your face among the sailors I didn't know. But you never did return to me. You never kept your word. The love I lost in Liguria, like a seabird never heard. Now when I smell the ocean, or I hear the morning bells, I think about that sailor and the story that he tells to other girls in other ports beneath the same pale stars. The love I lost in Lydia, beautiful with scars. The love I lost in Liguria, in the early morning mist. The promises you whispered, and the way that we were kissed. The fishing boats were leaving with the tide and with my heart. The love I lost in Liguria, sorrowful and dark. Street, searching for my grandmother's face, in the windows of the bakeries, in the small Italian place. The old men playing cards outside, they speak the way she did. Streets of Little Italy, where I was just a kid. Streets of Little Italy, trying to find home in the smell of fresh baked bread and the cobblestone. My Nana's voice in every shop, in every neighbor's call. Streets of Little Italy, where I still hear it all. The laundry hanging overhead like flags of where we're from. The pasta drying on the sills, the accordion's soft hum. This isn't quite Italia, but it's close enough to feel. Streets of Little Italy, keeping memory real. Streets of Little Italy, trying to find home in the smell of fresh baked bread and the cobblestone. My nana's voice in every shop, in every neighbor's call. Streets of Little Italy, where I still hear it all. When I was young, I wanted nothing more than to fit in, to lose my grandmother's accent and my olive-colored skin. But now I come back searching for the things I try to hide in the streets of Little Italy, where part of me resides. The church bells ring on Sunday just the way they used to do. The women dressed in black lace, keeping old traditions true. I buy some fresh mozzarella from the corner market stand. Streets of Little Italy, my grandmother's homeland. Streets of Little Italy, my roots beneath the ground. In the voices of the vendors and the old familiar sound. My nana's singing somewhere in the traffic and the breeze. Streets of Little Italy, bringing me to my knees.
Misty Venetian night audio, distant train station sound, soft jazz. The fog was rolling heavy on the canal that final night. I meant to meet you at the station underneath the platform light. But something held me frozen in my room above the square. The last train from Venezia, and I wasn't there. The last train from Venezia, leaving in the dark. The goodbye that I never gave, the ending with no mark. I heard the whistle blowing through the misty night air. The last train from Venezia, and you thought I didn't care. I heard the distant gondolas, their oars against the tide. I heard your footsteps echoing, I heard my coward sight. I couldn't face the parting, so I let you leave alone. The last train from Venezia, and I turned to stone. The last train from Venezia, leaving in the dark. The goodbye that I never gave, the ending with no mark. I heard the whistle blowing through the misty night air. The last train from Venezia, and you thought I didn't care. What was I afraid of? was it watching something precious fade before my very eyes? I've asked myself 1,000 times, but still don't understand why I missed the last train from Venezia, why I couldn't take your hand. They say you waited hours, then you finally had to go. The fog turned into morning, soft and silvery and slow. I never got to tell you why I couldn't see you through. The last train from Venezia, taking you from view. The last train from Venezia, I can hear it still. The goodbye I should have given, the regret I always will. Your footsteps in the station, the fog on the canal. The last train from Venezia, most dramatic of them all.
Sat above the water where the cliffs drop to the sea. A candle on the table, your eyes fixed on me. The wine was sweet and golden, and your smile was even more. Summer wine in Sorrento on that cliff-top restaurant floor. Summer wine in Sorrento, guitar drifting through the air. Your hand across the table, warm sea breeze tangling my hair. You made me believe in love for just one perfect night. Summer wine in Sorrento underneath the starlight. You told me I was lovely in that soft, uncertain way, like you were almost frightened of the things you had to say. The waiter brought more wine and smiled like he could see. Summer wine in Sorrento, magic wrapping you and me. Summer wine in Sorrento, guitar drifting through the air. Your hand across the table, warm sea breeze tangling in my hair. You made me believe in love for just one perfect night. Summer wine in Sorrento underneath the starlight. I knew you'd leave at sunrise, knew it couldn't really last. But sometimes perfect moments aren't supposed to hold too fast. We had the wine and moonlight and the music floating slow. Summer wine in Sorrento, that's enough for me. I think about you sometimes when the evening turns this way, when the lights are certain golden and I taste a warm rosé. And for a moment I'm back on that cliff top by the sea. Summer wine in Sorrento, you believe in me. Summer wine in Sorrento, guitar drifting through the air. Your hand across the table, warm sea breeze tangling in my hair. You made me believe in love for just one perfect night. Summer wine in Sorrento under the starlight. I walked alone through countryside where heat hung in the air. The olive trees were ancient, silver green and spare. I heard the wind move through them like a language I once knew, where the olive trees whisper, I remember you. Where the olive trees whisper in the afternoon sun, stories of the people who were here before, long gone. The cicadas singing softly, the dust upon the road, where the olive trees whisper what my heart already knows. The shadows pooled beneath them in the drowsy summer heat. I sat and watched the valley where the earth and heaven meet. No sound except the rustling and my own breath slow and deep, where the olive trees whisper, lulling me to sleep. Where the olive trees whisper in the afternoon sun, stories of the people who were here before, long gone. The cicadas singing softly, the dust upon the road, where the olive trees whisper what my heart already knows. They say these trees have stood here centuries or more, that they've seen lovers parted, they've seen the hurt of war. And if you listen closely, when the wind comes through just right, you'll hear them telling secrets in the fading light. I left before the evening turned the groves to blue and gold, but I took their gentle music, took the stories I was told, by wind and leaf and memory, in time that moves so slow, where the olive trees whisper what they want me to know. Where the olive trees whisper in the drowsy afternoon, speaking of forever, of the sun and of the moon. The cicadas and the silent sound, the beauty of the old, where the olive trees whisper what can't quite be told. He played in that dim corner where the smoke hung thick and low. His fingers on those dusty keys made everything move slow. I watched him from the doorway of that little harbor bar. The pianist pianos from Palermo underneath the evening stars. The pianist from Palermo with his mystery and grace. The moonlight through the window throwing shadows on his face. He never said a word to me, just played into the night. The pianist from Palermo, dark and burning bright. His melodies were dangerous, they got beneath my skin, like secrets being whispered or confessions born of sin. I'd order one more drink just so I wouldn't have to go. The pianist from Palermo and his slow, seductive flow. The pianist from Palermo with his mystery and grace. The moonlight through the window throwing shadows on his face. He never said a word to me, just played into the night. The pianist from Palermo, dark and burning bright. One night he caught me staring, held my eyes across the room. His playing turned to fire in that smoky, shadowed gloom. I felt it in my body, felt it humming in my veins. The pianist from Palermo playing pleasure mixed with pain. I left before the sunrise, couldn't bear what I might do if I stayed another moment, watching how his passion grew. But sometimes late at night I hear those notes inside my head. The pianist from Palermo and the things we never said. The pianist from Palermo, I can still see his hands. The moonlit harbor glowing where the fishing vessels stand. He touched me with his music in a way I can't describe. The pianist from Palermo, keeping something dark alive. I was born in Brooklyn, but I dream in my nana's tongue. The words slip out when I'm not thinking, half-remembered songs she sung. My accent shifts between two worlds I'll never fully own. Americana but Italian, caught between two homes. Americana but Italian, never quite complete. With a passport saying one thing and a heart that skips a beat. For a country that I barely knew, but somehow always knew. Americana but Italian, split clean through. I sing the standards like I'm supposed to, Cole Porter, Irving, Berlin. But Italian phrases tumble out when the jazz begins. The boys all say I sound exotic, they don't understand. Americana but Italian, from a distant land. Americana but Italian, never quite complete, with a passport saying one thing and a heart that skips a beat. For a country that I barely knew, but somehow always knew. Americana but Italian, split clean through. My mother tried to raise me like the other girls around, but at night she'd tell me stories of her little coastal town. And somewhere in the telling I became two different things. A girl who's always leaving, and a girl who's always traveling. So when I'm on that stage beneath the spotlight's golden glow, I sing with all the longing of the Italy I'll never know, and all the restless searching of America's young heart. Americana but Italian, forever torn apart. Americana but Italian, walking on the line between the new world's promise and the old world's wine. I carry both inside me, though I don't know where I'm from. Americana but Italian, always feeling slightly wrong. The rain was soft and silver on the cobblestones that spring. We'd hide beneath the archways where the church bells used to ring. Your kiss tasted like lilacs and the promises we'd make. I left my heart in Firenze for a love I couldn't take. I left my heart in Firenze, in the rain and in the light, on the Ponte Vecchio's reflection, stolen hours out of sight. We were reckless, we were tender, we were beautiful and brief. I left my heart in Firenze, tangled up in disbelief. The wet streets gleamed like mirrors underneath our hurried feet. We'd find forgotten trattorias on every narrow street. You'd order wine and tell me that you'd never felt this way. I left my heart in Firenze when I couldn't make you stay. I left my heart in Firenze, in the rain and in the light, on the Ponte Vecchio's reflections, stolen hours out of sight. We were reckless, we were tender, we were beautiful and brief. I left my heart in Firenze, tangled up in disbelief. Sometimes when it's raining here, I close my eyes and go back to those wet cobblestones and that soft Florentine glow. The lilac and the laughter and the way you said my name. I left my heart in fire and zings, and she kept it all the same. I left my heart in fire and zing, in the poetry and rain, on the Ponte-Vecchio's ancient stones, in pleasure and in pain. We were passionate and fleeting, like the spring we never saved. I left my heart in fire and zen, perfectly behaved.
Warm interested Mediterranean nostalgia.
I learned to sing from fishermen who'd call across the bay, their voices rough and tender at the breaking of the day. The street musicians taught me how to feel a melody. My voice belongs to Napoli, though I cross the sea. My voice belongs to Napoli, to the harbor and the stone, to my mother's morning humming, to the only home I've known. Though I sing in distant cities under unfamiliar stars, my voice belongs to Napoli, that's where the music starts. I'd sit beside my window, listening to the vendors call. The opera from the radio would echo through our hall. My father said I sang the way his own mama used to do. My voice belongs to Napoli, and that's how I know what's true. My voice belongs to Napoli, to the harbor and the stone, to my mother's morning humming, to the only home I've known. Though I sing in distant cities under unfamiliar stars, my voice belongs to Napoli, that's where the music starts. They can teach me all the standards, how to swing and how to croon, but deep inside my phrasing is an old Neapolitan tune, the kind my nonna sang me when she'd rock me off to sleep, the kind that makes me who I am, buried way down deep. So when I take the microphone and let the music fly, it's Napoli that's singing, not just simple little I. The harbor and the alleys and the church bells in the square, my voice belongs to Napoli, and it will always carry her. My voice belongs to Napoli, to the sunlight on the water, to my mother and my grandmother and every fisherman's daughter. Though I've traveled far from home and made my living in the dark, my voice belongs to Napoli, she gave boats leave their moorings in the misty morning gray. I'm sitting here alone again, where we once used to stay. The waiter knows my order, brings espresso dark and strong. At Cafe Rosso at dawn, remembering you're gone. Cafe Rosso at dawn, when the city's half asleep and the canal is silver, quiet, still and deep. I watch the gondolas drifting like they're ghosts of yesterday. At Cafe Rosso at dawn, wishing you would stay. We'd meet here every morning, back when summer filled the air. You'd read me bits of poetry and touch my tangled hair. The light would catch the water, turning everything to gold. At Cafe Rosso at dawn, before our story closed. Cafe Rosso at dawn, when the city's half asleep and the canal is silver, quiet, still and deep. I watch the gondolas drifting like they're ghosts of yesterday. At Cafe Rosso at dawn, wishing you would stay. The steam from my espresso disappears into the blue, like all the plans we whispered, like the promises we knew. I should have left Venezia, should have left this place behind. But Cafe Rosso at dawn is where you're easier to find. So I'll keep my morning vigil, watching boats against the sky, wondering if you ever think of me and wonder why we let it slip away from us like mist across the bay. At Cafe Rosso at dawn, you feel so far away. Cafe Rosso at dawn, when the city barely stirs and memories are vivid, soft as morning light on water. I watch the gondolas drifting, shadows of what